D.M. Harish Foundation, Madam Principal Dr. Asmita Vaidya, members of the Moot Court Association, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for us to welcome everyone present this evening to the valedictory function of the 25th D.M. Harish Memorial Government Law College Moot Court Competition 2024. To commence this evening on a solemn note, we shall now commence with the Saraswati Vandana. I would now like to request our esteemed dignitaries to come forward for the lighting of the lamp.
I would now like to request our dignitaries to take their place on the stage. The D.M. Harish Memorial Moot Court Competition is jointly organized by the Government Law College, Mumbai and the D.M. Harish Foundation, a trust instituted in the memory of one of India's most eminent jurists, Mr. D.M. Harish, an alumnus of Government Law College and an authority on income tax law. With a heritage spanning a century and a half, Government Law College, Mumbai has dominated the legal landscape of India since its inception in 1855. This competition was the first international moot court competition in India and has emerged as one of the most prestigious mooting competitions of its kind in the country, playing an important role in promoting of mooting in the country by providing a platform for law students to hone their advocacy skills. With teams from the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Singapore, Mauritius, Spain, Greece, Ireland, Australia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, and many other countries having participated in this moot court competition across multiple editions. This moot truly encapsulates a global spirit and experience. The 2024 edition of this moot saw over 45 teams, with 21 teams qualifying for the oral rounds of the competition. The case study of the competition, dealing primarily with issues relating to public international law, was drafted by Mr. Rohas Nagpal, Chief Blockchain Architect of the Hybrid Finance Blockchain and co-founder of the Asian School of Cyber Laws. Our dignitaries for today were thoroughly impressed by the fine display of advocacy by the finalists.
We have amongst us today our Madam Principal, Dr. Asmita Vaidya, a university ranker at the graduate and the postgraduate level. With an MBA in Human Resource Management, she pursued doctoral research in industrial law and did her PhD in the year 2009. She started her career as a teacher at the Postgraduate Department of Law, Nagpur University in the year 1995. Dr. Vaidya has chaired many technical sessions and delivered many lectures as a resource person on different legal topics such as cyber law, intellectual property law, human rights, women's rights, surrogacy, to name a few. I would like to thank our Madam Principal, Dr. Asmita Vaidya, for the guidance and the direction she has provided to the Moot Court Association and its functioning. We now request our Madam Principal to kindly say a few words.
Ma Saraswati Lavandar, and very good evening to one and all. Today's guest of honor and judges of final moot court competition, Honorable Shri Riyaz Chagla Sir, Bombay High Court, Honorable Shri Justice Milind Jadhav Sir, Bombay High Court, all the participant teams, team members, professor in charge, and my dear students. It is always a pleasure in organizing DM Harish Memorial Government Law College Moot Court competition every year. This is the 25th edition of this joint venture. It is always very challenging to prepare the moot problem and execute it. Not only that, but to seek the entries, scrutinize, and many other processes and blah blah. All these activities are carried out by GLC MCA continuously till the end of this competition. As he has told you, that total 44 entries we have received, out of which 21 qualified. Now after that the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and now we are reaching at the finals. It is an honor to have a team from different corners of Bharat, different law schools and different universities from all over India. Government Law College Mumbai, which was established in the year 1855, popularly known as GLC, runs 2 graduate, 1 postgraduate PhD program along with 6 add-on e-courses, 2 PG diploma courses, and 1 certificate course. It is really an institute imparting legal education, and we are blessed with legal luminaries. I am very happy to convey you all that till date we have completed, this year we have completed 112 programs, academic, extracurricular and co-curricular. We are going to organize one more very important international event on 16th of March, that international conference on navigating legal frontiers in artificial intelligence, challenges and solutions. I think after going through yesterday's panel discussion, many of the students would like to join this conference. We have actually resource persons from different countries, from Germany, Switzerland and many more. We always claim that our college is proactive in conducting many programs. We are conducting many activities because of the constant support of the Governing Council, but at the same time we can conduct many activities only because of the involvement of our students. I congratulate and appreciate the efforts taken by the team GLC MCA. I extend my heartfelt gratitude and appreciate the constant support of Anil Harish sir, Shobha Jagtiani, Sharan Jagtiani, Rishika, Adhiraj, and all family members of Harish sir. They extend every time this kind of a cooperation and support for this competition. I congratulate all the participants for their gracious presentation and participation, and also congratulate the winners in advance. I hope all the participants must have enjoyed the stay at GLC Mumbai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for those words of wisdom. The trustees of the DM Harish Foundation have over the years established a bond with this college, which goes beyond this competition. Mr. Anil Harish, Ms. Shobha Jagtiani, Mr. Harish Jagtiani, Mrs. Hani Harish, and Mr. Sharan Jagtiani have always provided for the Moot Court Association with unwavering guidance and support for all its endeavors. I now request Mr. Anil Harish to kindly address the audience.
Honorable Judges of the Bombay High Court, Principal of the Government Law College, Dr. Asmita Vaidya, Professor Nasrat Sheikh, Professor Kishu Daswani, and other distinguished professors, Ms. Vidula Barje, and members of the Moot Court Association and volunteers, fellow lawyers, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow students, because we must remain students all our lives. Your Lordships, Honorable Mr. Justice Riaz Chagla and Honorable Mr. Justice Milind Jadhav, thank you so much for having fixed a special hearing with only this matter on board, and for having given so much time to study the case and for having asked incisive questions. For your Lordships, this has been a working Sunday. Your presence adds gravitas to the proceedings, and it elevates all of us to see what you do in the cause of education and for society. We respect judges for their impartiality, but we revere the honorable judges who are here today for their partiality to this moot court competition. We are truly grateful. I thank also all the senior advocates and other lawyers who have so willingly judged the teams and grilled the students. They have contributed so much over the years to the moot court. This is what makes anything to do with education so extraordinary and so satisfying, to see how many participate in this great cause and give of themselves. But we also see at a time like this how difficult it is to be judges and to decide between sides who are often so closely matched. Accordingly, all the lawyers took voluntary retirement from judgeship earlier today and respectfully gave way to the higher court of your lordships. The student advocates from so many universities and colleges have been brilliant. I can only imagine the many hours of the many days, of the many weeks that you spent studying the problem and doing research on the disputes between these countries which have tongue-twisting names, Avantara and Zimlia, and you needed an eagle eye to spot the issues in this case. I'm sure that the ability to prepare so thoroughly has become a part of your psyche, and that it will stand you in good stead in the future. So even if you have not got a prize, remember that in education, everyone is a winner. And my compliments to all of you. I am so grateful to Principal Dr. Asmita Vaidya and Professor Nasrat Sheikh and Professor Kishu Daswani and other professors who have guided the students and have always been there for the MCA. In addition, I convey my thanks to the professors of the other participating teams who have mentored the teams and enabled them to come and argue so well here. Thank you for your unwavering support and guidance. The panel discussion yesterday on artificial intelligence, creator or destroyer, was fascinating. Mr. Harish Chaktiani, senior advocate, guided the discourse with his trademark eloquence and insight. His navigation through the turbulent waters of artificial intelligence ensured that the panel discussion transcended mere rhetoric and delved into the heart of the matter with clarity and purpose. Our distinguished panelists, Mr. Milind Devra, MP, Mr. A. Bala from Google, Dr. Prasad Karande, Mr. Anand Goenka, Mr. Jagdish Moorjani, and our very own Mr. Kishu Daswani shared their invaluable perspectives on the role of artificial intelligence as both creator and destroyer, and their intellect and passion ignited the flames of inquiry, illuminating the path forward. And this has, I am sure, encouraged all of us to try to understand this new world. I do appreciate all those who have judged the memorials submitted by the teams. Paushali, Roy Chaudhary, Atharva Dive, Anusha Shah, Kirti Kamath, Akmilesh Menezes, Miswal Fazal Boy, Kevin Santosh, Maithili Parekh, and Bhanu Chopra, and Ms. Tanisha Singh and Paramya Nand, who drafted the bench memorandum. Everyone who has witnessed the competition will testify to the dynamic nature of the law. The same set of facts and law have been addressed in completely different ways by the students representing the applicant, and then at different times representing the respondent. And their arguments have been shaped by the probing questions by the judges. It is no wonder that life in the law is such a thrilling experience. Let us not forget one of the unsung heroes behind the scenes. Mr. Rohas Nagpal, founder of the Asian School of Cyber Law, is the mastermind behind the challenging case that formed the crux of this competition. All the participants have learnt a lot, but I'm sure you also spent many sleepless nights thinking about the issues, and you now know who you have to thank for the sleepless nights. The Moot Court Association, headed by Ms. Vidula Barje and comprising 11 members and 20 volunteers, has been, as always, wonderful. Right from planning the entire program, looking after the participants, preparing the bench memorials, and attending to every aspect. All of you are truly special. Thank you. I am delighted to say that this is the 25th year of the D.M. Harish Memorial Government Law College Moot Court competition, and it has fulfilled the objectives. Over the last 25 years, it has highlighted the importance of mooting and has generated in-depth research on topical and controversial legal issues, and the competition has also created a platform for unity and comradeship, which is so essential amongst the legal fraternity. I am grateful to the principals over the years. In fact, Dr. Parimala Rao was here a little while ago. She was the principal in the first few years and set up the competition at that time. The honorable judges over the years, the lawyers, the members of the Moot Court associations, the participating teams, all our friends and family who have encouraged this event, the panelists and the trustees of D.M. Harish Foundation, Mrs. Shobha Chaktiani, who has been the fountainhead of so many ideas, Mr. Harish, who has worked and supported behind the scenes, Mr. Harish Chaktiani, who has judged and moderated the panel discussion, Mr. Adhiraj Harish, who has judged and supported and given ideas, Mr. Sharan Chaktiani, who was the General Secretary in the first year of the Moot Court competition and wrote that problem in that first year when he was still in college and on several occasions thereafter. Ms. Rishika Harish, who was judged and supported in many ways. And formerly Mrs. Ratna Harish, who gave the idea for the first Moot Court issue, which was relating to water disputes amongst the states. And Mr. Nali Goswami, senior advocate, who was always so supportive. Winston Churchill said, "The empires of the future are the empires of the mind." That is even more true today than when he said it, and I'm sure that the tremendous minds we have witnessed of judges, participants, and organizers can truly shape the future and lead to greater understanding and make the world a better place to live in. I wish all the students of GLC and all the participating colleges the best for their future and in their careers, which will, I'm sure, be glittering. And I thank everyone, your lordships, the professors, the students, fellow lawyers, and Vidula and the organizing committee, and all who are here for having participated in this competition. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those thoughtful words. We have with us Honorable Shri Justice Riaz Chagla, who presided over the final rounds of oral arguments for today. His Lordship completed his graduation from HR College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai University in 1991 and graduated in 1993 from the University of Cambridge, Downing College. His Lordship enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa in 1993 and practiced as a counsel in the Honorable Bombay High Court for over 23 years. His Lordship also appeared in the Honorable Supreme Court of India and was appointed to the Union Panel in 2009. His Lordship represented the central government in cases under the PMLA, FEMA, NDPS Act, etc. During his Lordship's practice as a counsel, he appeared in civil, constitutional, commercial, corporate, intellectual property, taxation, and testamentary cases. His Lordship was elevated as a judge of the Honorable Bombay High Court on the 5th of June 2017. I would now like to invite Mr. Anil Harish to felicitate Honorable Shri Justice Riaz Chagla. I would now like to request His Lordship to address the participants.
Good evening, everyone. The eminent dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, the D.M. Harish Memorial Trust Foundation, all the trustees, or everyone concerned with this moot court competition, which is the 25th moot court competition, which is held, which attracts an international range of colleges, and in fact is one of the most sought after moot court competition amongst the students who participate here every year. Mr. Anil Harish, Mrs. Shobhati Jatyani, all the family who are, and of course I must say the Government Law College, Dr. Asmita Vaidya, the students of the Moot Court Council, and everyone here has witnessed an amazingly close final between two colleges which are Indian colleges this time. Quite often in the previous years when I've been a judge and when I've judged the moot court competition, there have been colleges from abroad, including from Oxford, from Cambridge, from other universities who come here and participate and have reached the finals. But I must say that the students from our colleges here, law colleges here, are amazingly good. They have really put up a good fight here. The problem was the problem was not a very easy problem, as has been highlighted by the principal and Mr. Anil Harish. In fact, cyber law and the AI are very much fields which are now a matter of the future and will play an integral part in the way people think and contribute to the way people think. And as I was discussing with my brother judge, Justice Jadhav, that when it comes to judging, one can never replace the human element of a judge. A judge thinks very subjectively, and in fact, very often in matters there is a very much an equitable approach which is necessary, and that can never be replaced by AI. AI might help you in other matters of documentation. It may be a tool used by judges facilitate and to speed up their judgments, but it can never replace the way people think. Also, another factor which one must take into consideration is that when courts have abroad, like in US, in UK, have used AI, India has still to use AI. And it will take some time for the Indian courts to utilize AI, because I feel that the Indian courts have still a lot to do before they can actually adopt such measures. But what is an increasing factor is that we are using technology. In fact, in our courts we use hybrid hearings. We have video conferencing where counsel from all over the country appear through video conferencing. It's a matter of sitting at a table and appearing before the judges, which never used to happen in the past prior to the COVID pandemic. Well, the COVID pandemic taught us so much, and in fact, in every sphere, including in the corporate sector, you see that people are not going to offices on a day-to-day basis. They are in fact using such tools at home and having their conferences and meetings from their very residence. But what I would like to say is that in this, as I said, the moot court problem today was something which we will face in the future, and in fact we are facing even today, cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are happening very often where they corrupt the entire web-based system, and these are attacks which are required to be prevented and protected from. So what I would like to say is that these students have very well addressed this issue in their arguments. The arguments they took, as I said, to a very competitive and high level, and there has to be a winner and a loser. But I would say that I would congratulate all the participants who have participated here, and in fact I would like to say that they have done a commendable job. I'm sure my brother Judge, Justice Jadhav, will agree with me on that. And I always have the pleasure of coming here to the college, and I come here almost on an annual basis for some competition or the other. As I said in the beginning, I'm privileged to judge the DM Harish Foundation International Moot Court competition, and I do hope in the future I get such an opportunity. But thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for those encouraging words. We also have with us Honorable Shri Justice Milind Jadhav, who presided over the final round of oral proceedings for today. His Lordship completed his LLB from Government Law College, Mumbai in 1996 and his LLM from Mumbai University in 1998. In 1998, his Lordship was conferred with the Firdaus S.J. Talyar Khan Memorial Gold Medal by the Mumbai University. His Lordship practiced on both the original side as well as the appellate side of the Bombay High Court in matters relating to constitutional law, land acquisition reference proceedings, cases under the Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act, as well as commercial laws. His Lordship also appeared regularly in the Maharashtra Land Review Tribunal, the Mumbai City Civil and Sessions Court, as well as in quasi-judicial proceedings before revenue authorities. His Lordship was elevated as an additional judge of the Bombay High Court on the 23rd of August 2023. I would like to request our Madam Principal to felicitate Honorable Shri Justice Milind Jadhav. I would request our Lordship to address the audience.
A very warm good evening to all of you. My brother, Justice Riyad Chagla, on the dais, Mr. Anil Harish, Madam Principal, the representative of the Moot Court Association on the dais, the pillars of the DM Harish Foundation, who put this wonderful educational, phenomena, as I may call it, students, all participants today, and all those who have contributed to this Moot Court competition. Well, I'm not a great votary of mooting and Moot Court competition, because I only feel that it's only an elevated education competition. But because of the subject matter today, it was quite interesting. That subject made it something different, where you did not have adequate and enough Indian case laws, to rely on, where you could be so superfluous. And plus, another thing is that it's something which is evolving, and we are all facing these problems day in and day out, and which we would be facing in the near future. So as Justice Riyaz Chagla told you all, I totally agree with him about what's happening, the problems and everything. But whenever I go to such Moot Court competitions, I always tell the organizers, as far as possible, in Bombay, the trend has already started a couple of years back. Try having trials in Moot Court competitions. And I've been a judge in 6 hours and 7 hours and 8 hours trials, where the students actually, that's only because, I come from a background where I've been a trial advocate, in my early years, infant years. So I always feel, if your trial and foundation is good, undoubtedly, if your language, orientation, vocabulary, everything else is good, you'll really make a mark. Well, leaving that apart, I always like to share, something with the students. It's a welcome back for me in one sense, because I've been on this stage before, This is not my first time. I've conducted a lot of programs when I was in college, because I was not a fresher, from my graduation. So I was working with the central government for 9 long years, and during which time I studied law. Not to become a lawyer, let me tell you, lest being a judge also. But it's just destiny that took me here, So I thank the organizers first, in the first place, for inviting me. So I feel very happy, to be back here. Now, as students, we all are students, as told by Mr. Anil Harish. As students, we all need to learn every day. And especially students who are in their college formative years, before you get your graduation degree. There's only one message for you all, since you all have chosen this profession, take a lot of pride in it, because today is the day when each student takes a lot of pride, unlike our days when law was regarded as a default profession. A person who had nothing else to do would take admission for law, during our days. Even I walked into the government law college with that same intention of getting 2 additional increment in my government service job for having an LLB degree, and that is why how I joined law. Mrs. Parimala Rao, whose name was just announced by Mr. Harish, Anil Harish, she was my teacher in labor laws, and Mrs. Advani was the principal at that time. So when I took admission over here, I ended up meeting a few friends. And that is the message which I would like to give to all you students. Cultivate friends with common interest now, because this is the time when you will have to look forward to build your professional career also. Don't waste your time during your college years. As far as possible, if it is possible for you, go and join a lawyer, go to the bar, meet people, meet your family acquaintances who are connected with law. Ask them. There's a lot in the power of asking. If somebody says no to you, don't take it as an insult also or a rejection. Go to the next person. There are 245,000 lawyers in Maharashtra and Goa. And a majority of them are situated in Bombay, located in Bombay. So don't worry. Cultivate all your requirements, of backward integration, which will propel you, to make an informed decision after you become a lawyer or after you get your degree. Because this will help you reduce your gestation period after you become a lawyer. Otherwise, one doesn't know, for first generation lawyers, sometimes life is difficult. I am a first generation lawyer, let me tell you. But nothing wrong in it. We all need to be very optimistic about whatever decisions we make in life. There have been two books which have influenced me a lot. One of the book was a book when I was in college in 1998. A friend of mine gave it to me and told me this is the book which is banned in India. This was the autobiography of Dhirubhai Ambani, Polyester Prince, by an Australian journalist called Harish MacDonald. And why did it influence me was only because Dhirubhai Ambani had followed the concept of backward integration while putting up Reliance, which is a big monolith today, in today's times. He manufactured each and every raw material which would ultimately make his final product so that he would not be dependent on anybody in life. And that is what me and my friends, who were guiding me, they told me, if you want to be a good lawyer and take an informed decision after you get your sanat or your degree, just see that you build your qualities for that, rather than wait till you actually get your sanat. Now, what are those qualities? One of them I just told you all. Start cultivating friends with common interest. Have a healthy mind, healthy body. See that you have good habits. See that you develop reading habits. There's one more thing which I discussed with the colleagues inside the green room, that you all should be adept with the local language, vernacular language of the state from wherever you come, if you intend to practice law there. Or if you intend to go and practice in the Supreme Court, then at least Hindi. It's very important, I'm telling you. Makes a huge, huge difference. And the difference you will be able to see and cultivate only after about 7 or 8 years into your practice. And just see the results. They're dynamic. So, don't rely only on English language, because of course English language is the language of the court. But believe me or not, if you are good in any local language of the state, it will make a huge difference, because it may probably take you out of the big block of mediocrity and put you in the block of kings. Let me tell you that. That apart, join a good library, join people, join lawyers, join judges, give your casual applications so that you get an internship and you understand the facets. There are about more than 35 different bars in Bombay. Now by bars I mean the legal bars. So go to those bars, and acquaint yourself with what's happening over there. Join somebody over there for a short stint, for a couple of months, 1 month, whatever little time you get. But also ensure that you don't overdo it. Enjoy your college also. While in college, you also need to enjoy your college life, your moot court competitions. Be an organizer also, even that would help. And remember one thing, law as an additional qualification is always helpful, always helpful. So this is that book, Polyester Prince, which inspired me and said that if Dhirubhai Ambani could do Reliance, why not a person like me? And all that I had to just learn was to just put myself at my desk and just work a little hard. Improve your language skills, talk to people. Public speaking is important if you want to perform, if you want to be in litigation practice. Otherwise, if you have a mind, you can always be at your desk and also have a very good chamber practice. Because Bombay offers all options to you. Well, the second book which really inspired me was a book which was gifted by my friend to me, and he said, just read this book and get inspired. I said, why? I've seen this movie. He said, no, I need you to read the book and then tell me. And that was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Atticus Finch, the fictional character in that book, who, appears for various types of people, whoever comes to him. I didn't know this. My friend told me that this book has inspired generations across America to take up law as a profession. Just imagine. And you will be surprised to know how Harper Lee wrote that book. She did not have the wherewithal to write that book. She took 12 months off from her job because her friends helped her. Her friends helped her in paying her monthly bills for 12 months. She sat at home, she wrote this book, To Kill a Mockingbird. And the rest is destiny and history, of that. So be inspired, and have role models in life. I'll always tell you. Have not one but many role models in your life. Your first role model generally always is the teacher, right? Because whenever you ask a kid, a kindergarten kid or a first standard kid, what do you want to become when you grow up in life? The answer is quickly, I want to be a teacher. It's like that. Because they get inspired. So take inspiration. And wish you all the very best, in all your endeavors. Thank you for inviting me over here. It was nice. It was a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Lordship, for those words of wisdom. I would now like to request Ms. Vidula Barze, General Secretary of the Moot Court Association, to felicitate Madam Principal. We shall now begin with the most awaited segment of today's evening, the declaration of the results. To begin with the first award of the evening, it is the second best memorial which was awarded to Team Code R, that is Nalsar, Hyderabad. However, since the team is unable to join us today, we'll proceed with the next award.
The winner of the Best Memorial Award is Team Code B, School of Law, Christ, Bangalore. I will request Madam Principal to present the award for the Best Memorial.
The winner of the award for the second best speaker goes to Speaker Code Team T2, OP Jindal University, Stuti Agarwal. I would now request Madam Principal to felicitate the winner.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The next award is for the winner of the Best Speaker. The winner of the Best Speaker award is Param B. Joshi from Symbiosis Law School, Pune. Since the team is unable to join us today, we'll proceed with the next award.
The winner of the award for the best speaker in the final rounds goes to Speaker B2, Anirudh H. from Christ University. I would now request Mr. Harish to present the award for the best speaker in the final rounds.
The next award is for the best team. The best team award goes to Team B, School of Law, Christ, Pune. Thank you. I will request Honorable Chief Justice Riyaz Chawla to present the award.
The award for the second best team goes to Team Code A, NLSIU Bangalore. I would now request Honorable Chief Justice Milind Jadhav to kindly present the award for the second best team.
Thank you, Your Lordships. Congratulations to all the winners. I would like to call on stage Ms. Drishti Patrawala, the Assistant General Secretary of the Moot Court Association, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening. It has truly been a privilege for the Moot Court Association of Government Law College, Mumbai, to organize and host this Moot Court competition in association with the D.M. Harish Foundation in memory of the late Mr. D.M. Harish, who was a GLC alumnus and one of the greatest taxation experts that India has seen. Honorable Chief Justice Riyaz Chawla and Honorable Chief Justice Milind Jadhav, I'd like to sincerely extend my gratitude to you for judging the final round of arguments this evening. The Moot Court Association will forever be indebted to you for your continued support and dedication to all our endeavors. The growth and progress of this Moot Court competition bears testimony to the constant and relentless support of a number of persons. This prestigious event is truly an outcome of the broad vision of the D.M. Harish Foundation. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the trustees of the foundation, and in particular Mr. Anil Harish, Mrs. Shobha Jagtiani, Mr. Adhiraj Harish, and Ms. Rishika Harish for helping making this competition a success. I would now like to thank our principal, Dr. Mrs. Asmita Vaidya, and our professor in charge, Mrs. Nuzhat Sheikh, for their constant support towards mooting activities in college. I would like to thank all the members of the legal fraternity for judging the rounds of arguments this year, from the preliminary to the very final round of arguments and the memorial round as well. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Mr. Rohas Nagpal for drafting an intricate and detailed moot compromise for this edition. The continued commitment and support of Professor Keshu Daswani to the Moot Court Association has gone a long way in ensuring our success in all our endeavors. I would like to thank the entire staff of the Moot Court Association and of Government Law College, Mumbai for their guidance and support. Let me take a moment to congratulate all the participants for their performance in this edition of the Moot, and I truly hope that you have found this to be an enriching experience, and we hope to see you for the future rounds as well. My tenure in the MCA would not be what it was without the efforts of the members of my team. I would like to thank each and every one of them: General Secretary Ms. Vidula Barze, Mr. Nikhil Pradhan, Mr. Karan Nair, Ms. Nishtha Gada, Mr. Agastya Vijayaraghavan, Ms. Palomi Vasaria, Ms. Tanisha Singh, Ms. Disha Sunavne, Mr. Om Khurana, and Mr. Paramyanand. Ms. Sakshi Shetty and Mr. Rajveer Veera, I'd like to thank you for your guidance in this competition. With that, we come to an end of the D.M. Harish Memorial Government Law College Moot Court Competition 2024. I request everybody to please rise up for the state song and the national anthem.
जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
I would just request the participants and the audience members to kindly remain seated while we escort the dignitaries. Thank you and have a great evening.
I'd request the winning teams to please stay back for some time. I request the winning teams to please stay back for some time. Thank you.